Today we are looking at cells, and for us cells come in two flavours, plant cells and animal cells. Now cells are the building blocks of organisms. There are some organisms which are made of one cell. These are called unicellular. Things like a amoeba or a bacteria. These are called unicellular. Now you may not have covered these yet, your teacher may not have mentioned these, they come later in your school journey. We are looking at multicellular organisms, plants and animals. First we will look at things that both cells share, then we will look at unique features of both cells. These are plant and animal cells. Now the first thing to look at is the features that both cells share. These are the nucleus, the cytoplasm and the cell membrane. Now straight from the top, the nucleus is not the brain. The nucleus is not the brain. The brain is an organ. The nucleus is a control center for individual cells. It controls the actions of the cells. It controls the replication of the cells. Think of Mrs. Gren, replication. This is controlled by the nucleus. So, nucleus, control center. Then there is the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm is a liquid of the cell where chemical reactions can occur. Thirdly, there is the cell membrane. The cell membrane controls what enters and exits the cell, like a barrier. This barrier is partially permeable. That means some things can enter and some things cannot. So all three features shared by both cells: the cell membrane, the nucleus and the cytoplasm. There are some features which are unique to plant cells. Plant cells carry out photosynthesis. Plant cells need unique features which carry out specific tasks. Now we all probably know that plant cells photosynthesize, so they need a special organelle called the chloroplast. The chloroplast absorbs sunlight and carries out photosynthesis. They also need strength. This comes from the cell wall. We form a spine, we form muscles. Plants do not do this, so they need support. Their support is generated by the cell wall. We often call it a cellulose cell wall. And the last feature, plant cells can swell up or shrivel. They can become turgid or flaccid. This is controlled by the vacuole. And the vacuole fills with liquid called cell sap and can pump up like a balloon, pushing against a shoebox. This gives it strength. This is called the permanent cell vacuole. Those features again: chloroplast, cell wall and vacuole are unique features of a plant cell. If the nucleus is a control center, and in plant cells specifically, the chloroplasts act like solar panels, then cells require power stations and factories to carry out Mrs. Gren. The power stations are called mitochondria, and these carry out respiration. The factories are called ribosomes, and these carry out the growth and repair of cells. As a power station requires fuel, so too do mitochondria. Mitochondria break down glucose in the presence of oxygen to release energy. Because they're using oxygen, we term this aerobic respiration. Glucose plus oxygen releases energy and as waste, carbon dioxide and water. Note here, we are releasing energy. We are not making energy. No process makes energy. We merely convert from one form to another. So here, chemical energy trapped within the glucose is released in the process of aerobic respiration. The factories, called ribosomes, carry out protein synthesis. The food you eat powers the growth of your body, powers the repair of your cells. It is the ribosomes, the little factories, which make new cells, which maintain your growth and repair as part of Mrs. Gren.